When I had my first baby, we were living in France. I understood about 50% of what anyone was saying to me on any given day anyway. Add to that all these weird breastfeeding terms, and I was pretty lost. Some of the things which really helped were people taking the time to speak slowly and actually explain things. Diagrams and pictures. A picture of a boob is pretty universal. Sometimes using the more complicated words really helped because they had the same kind of Latin root, and because I'd done a bit of breastfeeding research in English, I could pick up on those words. So when they started talking about oxytocin and prolactin, I was like, yes, I recognize that, and I could work back to figure out what they were trying to say. Another thing that really, really helped was trying to write things down, especially if it was related to kind of how many feeds the baby was having in 24 hours, or how long feeds were lasting. Trying to write that down or draw it, because, I could say that a feed lasted about 20 minutes. Could I remember the word for 20? No, I could not. So having been on the receiving end of that, it really made me think about how I communicate now with mothers, where we're not necessarily speaking the same language, and just being creative, finding a way to communicate that works for me and for her. It's a hard thing to do. It really is. And you feel stupid. You have no idea how stupid she's feeling when she can't understand the basics of what you're saying, leaving all the breastfeeding related vocabulary out. It's incredibly frustrating. And if you're failing, in inverted commas, at breastfeeding your baby, which is supposed to be so natural and so easy anyway, if you can't communicate with someone else, if you can't communicate with the human being who's trying to help you, then you just feel lost. On the other hand, when you do get it, when you do understand what they're saying, and they've given you some really priceless bit of advice, that's just amazing.